Alright, so I finished up Creature Commandos, which in the beginning I was pretty skeptical about the show. While not much, I've thoroughly enjoyed all the stories I've consumed within DC media. And the most recent was 3 episodes of the new Batman a few months back? But that's pretty much it. And I went to the show knowing that Creature Commandos is set in the DC universe, and it follows monsters being used by the government to go on missions and is pre-Suicide Squad. And from that get-go, I see there's this old comic style they were trying to go for. The intro felt very 80s Superman, and the animation contributed to that style. And it worked. I felt it was done well with a blend of clear, more modern sequences, like when Dr. Phosphorus would burn through buildings, for instance. These scenes wouldn't really see in older cartoons, but it was a nice blend between the two. Also, the music felt very odd, classic, and fit the vibe as well, so I actually really liked it. The show was more of a comedy, I would say, which definitely complemented the style as well. More on the comedy, yeah, I was low-key expecting this to be more comedic, and I'm glad it was. Most of the DC stories following the villains are typically more comedic in fashion to not, I guess, demonstrate the show glorifies these characters. I don't really know, but Harley Quinn was very comedic. That's why I point that out. I don't know if it really means anything, but I just want to point that out. Which is fair, right? But again, I think it was done great. The comedy wasn't over the top like other sitcoms. It felt more intentional and ironic, which is comedy I personally prefer. But at the end of the day, the show is trying to tell a story, and my biggest gripe with these shows is it lets the comedy get in the way of the story. But here, it doesn't. It complements it, so another thumbs up by me. Now, let's talk about the story. Spoilers ahead, of course, so the main plot follows the Creature Commandos protecting, then killing the princess of this foreign country in the anticipation of World War III. While this was happening, almost each of the 7 episodes spent time to characterize the Creature Commandos, which I thought was nice to do after finding out we don't know much about these characters and that the plot in of itself was pretty simple and contained. But yeah, I liked all these backstories. I think they show just kind of the sad, tragic life that some people live, and it's really unfortunate. I also like Dr. Phosphorus' backstory. It's very sad seeing him like his kid, like his wife, and it all just gets thrown away because of one corrupt guy. Very unfortunate, but mistakes drive, and it was just really unfortunate. Moving forward, the show mainly focused on Ilana, who is the princess of this foreign country, and the main character, I forget his name. Think of Silver's Raleigh from One Piece. That's not it. Anyway, basically, him and the Creature Commandos were protecting Ilana because she was going to get attacked, and then later on, they ended up trying to go kill her because she was going to start World War III. And that was the main plot. It was actually a pretty basic plot, but there were actually a lot of sexual themes in the show, as this guy was, attracted to her. And it was kind of endorsing, I suppose, this idea that the younger woman gets with the older, good-looking mother flipper. In general, I don't have a problem with it. I know some people do because it's condoning weird romantic behaviors. Again, I don't have a problem with it. I think Ilana was a cool character. And I actually liked her plot twist, her being the villain at the end. I was pretty much expecting it. I wouldn't say it was obvious, but there were a lot of signs towards her being evil. And I just wasn't that surprised. Genuinely, I actually like this. I really like the story. It was very simple, but it was done right. And nothing really annoyed me. There was no real... Even the backstories. I didn't hate any of the backstories. I thought all the backstories were nice. I guess the most annoying part of the show was Frankenstein. That guy was annoying. And he's going to be in season 2. I already know. So, yeah, not looking forward to that. A very entertaining show. I got a little bit from it. And yeah, Nina, you're my goat. I loved you. You're a great character. I'm so sad you died. Oh my god. But yeah, finally, season 2 was confirmed. We're getting season 2. I'm assuming this is going to be the transition to the actual Suicide Squad. I don't know much about Suicide Squad. I'm not going to lie. I've never watched the movies. I never read the comics. But I do know it follows with Harley Quinn, right? And I remember at the end of the episode, we saw the fish guy, I think, the shark. I forget the name, but we saw that guy. So, that when I saw that, I was like, oh, this is Suicide Squad, right? So yeah, this is pre-Suicide Squad, so I'm actually really excited to see that. And yeah, honestly, I enjoyed the show. I would recommend it. I would give it a good 6.5 out of 10. I thought it was really good. I actually really thoroughly enjoyed it. And yeah, I would definitely recommend it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what other shows I should watch. And yeah, y'all have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much.